Okay, Rach, let's take a look at your full throw here. We'll kind of back it up there. It's a good tempo, good movement across the ring, considering it wasn't too long ago you were learning all this stuff right away too here. Let's kind of take this a little bit slow and look at some of the things that we've been working on lately, and you'll see the progress. You know, as you come into this tucked position, one of the things you've done really well with lately is if we draw a line right behind your butt there, you can see the unseating of your hips. You can see yourself starting to cross that line, rolling into the ring. That's the right idea. Okay, you're unseating from the hips. It's a good layback, good tuck position. Everything's centered on the back of the ring there. So you've already come into the ring quite a bit without bringing your back in, which is really good. When you do feel like you've got to go now, right? You've got to shoot. One thing I'd love to see here a little bit more is at the fullest extension, your left leg still keeps this little bit of a bend in it. I'd love to see that left leg shoot completely straight towards that toe board. Okay, and then the other idea that I was kind of telling you at the meet that day. Okay, I love how you're rolling off the heel just like we work in the A drill. You can see the toe of your right foot off the ground here. That's exactly right. But what you're trying to do once you leave that foot is, let's say you're leaving the ground right here, you're going to want to try and land with it somewhere closer to the middle of the ring. That's probably a bad spot for it right there, but somewhere right about there. Okay, that's that whole idea of pushing off of it and still recoiling in that direction with it. As it is, you pick it up and you get it moving, you get it turned, that's a great job, but it doesn't quite get far enough. Okay? And what ends up happening with that, and it's hard to see from this angle, but as soon as you start to initiate the throw, the shot ends up being inside of your right thigh here in terms of a gravity line for it. Okay? Your center of gravity, instead of being behind your right hip where it should be. So you start to rotate into the throw just like we've been working on, but you reach a point of max extension off of that back leg right about there. Okay. Now the only issue with that is it's you've already maxed out this right leg. You've gotten all the power you can out of the concrete, but we're not quite ready to hit the arm strike yet, the finish. Okay. So as it is, you're not going to be able to have your hips into this throw, all because when we go back to it, if we would have pulled that right foot a little bit further underneath us, the hip would have gotten ahead a little bit more. It would have led the throw. It wouldn't have fallen behind in the throw. And as you went for your release, you would hit a little bit more of what we're trying to hit, right? This reverse C position where your hips are into the throw first, and then your upper body's coming second, and you get that powerful slingshot. As it is, you can kind of see at release here, your hips are really out of the throw. You've got kind of a reverse, you got the kind of the opposite of a reverse C position. You're kind of going this way, which means your upper body's leading the throw there a little bit. Okay. It's got to be a trust thing, okay? You've got to understand that if you pull that right leg underneath you, if you can get it recoiled a little bit more, you're going to feel a much better development at the front of the ring because you're doing a lot of things right. You just got to get that part of it to do it, okay? As it is, it's a pretty darn good arm strike, a nice reversal. You just don't get much out of your right leg because it was left so far behind at the beginning of the throw. Okay, we're getting close. Okay, I know you get pretty critical of yourself and you want big distances, but be patient with it. You got to do the things to get it. All right, keep going, Rich.